All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Limitless Crypto. It's your host, Lorenzo Corrado, and today it's a very special day. First of all, it's Friday, so we're heading into the weekly closure, or at least the traditional markets are closing almost, okay? We're heading into the weekend here, but most importantly, guys, we have some big news coming up, all right? We're gonna talk about the Bitcoin spot ETF approval. This is truly the moment we have all been waiting for. As a community here, we're going to pay very close attention to the charts right now. As you can see here, Bitcoin is setting up for a major breakout. You can already see it happening right here. The liquidity is getting built on all fronts right now, especially to the upside. So that's important to mention, as well as the whole cryptocurrency market is in a, up and down move here for the last couple of hours, last couple of days. For example, look at the weekly candles here. This is literally a candle of the total one cryptocurrency market. So the total market cap here. Look at this weekly candle, right? We went up, we went down, we went up. We are right in the center, creating a massive doji that proves to you that here we are completely indecisive in what is coming here, okay? Before we continue and talk about the Bitcoin ETF here and everything that's happening here, potential scenarios of 50,000. Other guys are bearish again. We're going to talk about everything, making sure that you know exactly what we can do and how we can actually benefit from the upcoming volatility. But most importantly, let's quickly dive into the chat here to see what we have on this new channel. You're one of the early birds right now. Let's smash up that like button. And if you're new, subscribe to this channel because trust me, you're early and we're going to blow this shit up. Okay? Absolutely fantastic. Who do we have here in the chat? Big shout out to everyone who is supporting us right now. Let's keep the chat as active as possible. It's only a benefit for all of us. Ravi, welcome back, my man. Marton, Maria, the crew is back. The regular crew is back. That's what I love to see here. You guys coming along here every single day. That's why it's so beneficial here. Congratulations. We had a beautiful trade, so we're going to talk about this in a second. But Ant, my friend, hope you're doing well here. Marton says another day, another coffee, another quality stream. I'm ready. Let's go. Billy Joe says hello all. Jackie in Russia says hi fam. Absolutely fantastic. Gavin Dante says time for a blast off. Matty says ayo, let's go. Igor, the legend. W, amazing. GFC nerd, so let's check Doge. We can talk about Dogecoin in a second here, by the way. Very interesting. Dogecoin is a very interesting one. All right, we're going to talk about this a little bit later. Derek says, let's go. Cosmos. Fantastic stuff here. Okay, incredible. Now, let's talk some Bitcoin here. Let's talk some price action here. Okay, let's first talk about our community real quick. We can't deny the facts. Okay, and the facts is that the VIP has been absolutely killing it right here, right now. The crypto wins have been piling on here, and I'm really truly appreciate it as well that you guys pay very close attention to the stream. Okay, that's absolutely beautiful to see here. For example, Derek says closed out this quick trade from the live stream. Cheers, Lorenzo Crowd. It was yesterday. AVAX. Cheatwire says same stream trade. Marton says the given value in every stream is insane. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah, AVAX played out perfectly, exactly. So pay very close attention because this is what we do. This is what we brief on a day-to-day basis. Here we also have a new update from the VIP signals that we are giving right here in the VIP, which you can join for free. Okay. Update to overview 2024 portfolio growth of 47.5%. Win rate of 60%. 10 trades, 6 wins, 4 losses. Everything obviously is tracked right here with a massive people's trade, of course. That was one of the biggest trades so far of the year. I mean, the year has just begun, of course. Okay. You guys are killing it. All the new people making money right away. That's what we're doing here. And that's why we have been building this overall community here for such a long period of time already when nothing was happening, because we believed in the vision and we still believe in the vision, and everything is just getting started. So you're still early, and let's make sure that we stay ahead of the curve here. Okay. Absolutely fantastic here. Let's dive a little bit into Bitcoin. This is truly important to mention here. Okay, look at Bitcoin. All right. Number one, the first thing that I've seen here. Okay, this is the most important chart that I'm currently looking at. It's not the Bitcoin chart, but it's going to be actually the Tether dominance here. Okay, it's going to be the Bitcoin dominance. We're going to talk about the totals 1, 2, and 3, and then also the short or the open interest. Like what is happening here? How many shorters are coming into the market right now? How many long positions are getting opened at the same time? and how does it affect the price, okay? Therefore, before we continue here, we had some very important news that I need to discuss with you as well, and that's of course the NFP. The NFP came out here, which is the employment rules in general. The non-farm payrolls right now came out better than expected. The unemployment rate came out better than expected, okay? So what happened though is that the dollar absolutely got destroyed here. And the reason why the dollar got destroyed here is because if you go to the weekly time frame, all right, we are still below significant weekly resistance for the dollar here. So if you simply look at this level, this is an absolute key level to look at, okay? We highlighted this zone right here. If you zoom in, you see that this was an area of resistance, an area of support, an area of resistance, an area of resistance, and an area of resistance. And now, of course, we came back up. We tried to push above and break above here, but the dollar was not strong enough. And after the news, we faked out and we came down eventually here, which of course was extremely bullish for another chart, which I'm going to show you in a second, which could have an impact on Bitcoin as well here. But look, we had a massive gap here. That gap was just simply gonna get filled here, okay? We also mentioned this in our overall a community. We have also a big Forex community where this is extremely important, okay? Then taking this to gold, for example, if you look at the gold chart right now, absolutely key. Look what happened to gold here, okay? 50-minute, we saw a massive breakout happening for gold after that fake out. So obviously, you saw a fake out right here, okay? You see that the NFP release came out, we faked out to the downside, we swiped the lows, and we flipping bullish here. Now, gold is bullish, the dollar is bearish here, and Bitcoin at this particular moment is heavily consolidating. So a key level that we talked about yesterday's stream is the following level. And we talked about this already on stream yesterday. And that was the following, okay? Yes, we came up in the first place. We swiped down once again. So a lot of uncertainty, a lot of manipulation is happening currently. Makes sense whenever there is such big news along the way here. But most importantly, we were talking about the 44.8K. And the reason why, because that was, of course, a key level of interest right here. And the reason why is because understand that when people enter here, their long positions, obviously they're going to look at this particular level as a massive layer of resistance, and they're going to take some profits here, okay? At the same time, the people that are trapped from their initial long positions when that flash crash happened, now we're seeing that these people are thinking like, okay, we're now reaching a major layer of resistance. I think it's time to just cut a small loss and just cut off my position right here and just accept the fact that I just lost a tiny bit. It could have been much worse. So shorters anticipate on that mindset and they go short on the same time. So you now have double the leverage to the downside in that manner, pushing the price heavily down after we tapped into the 44.8K here. So that's not really a surprise right here. What is interesting though is that you immediately at the same time are getting bought up from the bottom. Okay, so you're seeing that overall compression right now, and it's just a couple hours before we're going to see a breakout here. I'm not a big fan of these patterns, but I get this case because it's such important news coming along here. Yeah, obviously we have to see when roughly we could expect some sort of breakout, and it's not going to take that long here. Okay, so let's go to the news real quick. I think it's important for us, especially in this case. We're extremely technical, but you know, sometimes we have to focus a little bit on what's happening in the news, and especially when talking about an ETF here, okay? Number one, it says Bitcoin favorable NFP report could propel to crypto or crypto to $50,000. Key levels to watch here. Okay, well, the NFP was favorable in that matter. Obviously, so far, we do not see a breakout yet. But it says Bitcoin's recent consolidation faced a setback amid reports hinting at a potential rejection of spot ETFs here, okay? So some people say it's going to get accepted. Then other people are going to say that it's going to get rejected again, okay? So for example, we have here Ash Crypto saying the rumor, right? Just a couple guys on Twitter right here, you know, somebody says this, the other guy says that, you know, typical, right? The rumor says multiple sources are saying that the SEC will approve all Bitcoin ETFs by the end of the day today and officially launch, and trading of ETFs will start next week. So this guy says we're going to see an approval. Rumor, right? Multiple sources. Okay, fantastic. Next up, Bloomberg analyst James Savard says expect the spot ETF will be accepted next week, not today. All right, that's another one, okay? Coin Bureau says breaking. According to multiple sources from insiders at the SEC, insiders, ETF may or may not be approved here, or it may be delayed here, or something else. Okay, so the conclusion out of this is nobody knows what's going to happen. You don't know, I don't know, nobody knows. A very small minority knows what's going to happen here. Okay, and if they are the minority here, they of course can also heavily manipulate that price. All right, so because of that, the question is though, if you don't know what's going to happen here, is it smart, just from a logical standpoint right now, to hop into trades here and just randomly enter based upon your prediction here and just see how it goes? I mean, you could do it maybe with a solid risk management, and we have a couple of solid risk I'm going to talk about in a second here, which you could potentially do. But most importantly, there is one word here. There is one word here which I'm personally looking for. Okay, and especially from a community perspective, and that is anticipation. Okay, we are going to anticipate on the move, and I think this is where the majority of money will be. The best possible opportunities will be. I highly believe in a massive manipulative move here. I truly also believe that the FOMO will be absolutely real, and I truly believe that when the outcome will come, we will potentially see at least particularly people obviously getting wrecked as usual when these type of news occurs can happen. Because what can happen here is that they say it's rejected, and then 1 hour they say, or 1 hour later they will say, oh no, it's approved now. Boom, price shoots through the roof after a massive dump here. So it's all about anticipation. This is where you find the best opportunities. Gold is the perfect example. Okay, let's take gold as a key example right now at this particular moment here for today. That's just literally what we're looking for, okay? Many traditional guys are looking for the NFP. They're waiting for the NFP. They're trading the NFP. It's a very big event that happens on a month-to-month basis here. Now, they were saying, okay, this is bullish. Why? Better than expected. Okay, fantastic. Then gold should be coming down, right? That's the question. Now, what happened here? Okay, this is where the the NFP was getting released here. NFP came out, and what happened? Massive dump to the downside right there, and immediately, obviously, a reversal to the upside. And once again, this happened not in December, but this happened in November, this happened in October, and this happened in September with the NFP. Swiping the lows, coming up, or swiping the highs and coming down, okay? Bitcoin can do exactly the same thing here. So try to anticipate on the move, on a potential fake out, and let's see if you can benefit from that expansion right here. Okay, I think that's just a key factor to look at. Now, let's quickly look at the liquidity though, because this is always a key factor that I'm interested in right here. Okay, we're gonna just draw a couple of scenarios which I think are key. In this case right here, you can see clearly that most of the liquidity below here was already swiped and taken out of the market right now. Okay, after that we have been consolidating a little bit, and we're starting to build a little bit more liquidity to the downside right here. But most of these orders that are built up above are not taken out yet. We're talking about the 44.9k. Okay, we're talking about the 45.8k. You can obviously assume that there are plenty of stop losses above the highs right here built up, due to the fact that this reaction already caused a lot of people to enter short, and therefore putting their stop losses right above that high. That's the most logical high to put your stop loss at that particular moment. So obviously the liquidation heat map is showing that there is more liquidity built up above the 45.5k right now. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars in sell side liquidity built up right here. Okay, very important to mention. Now, in regards to the tether dominance, okay, the negative correlation with the Bitcoin price here, we are trying truly to hold on here. Okay, but as you can see, this has now been the and this is the weekly time frame, by the way. This has now been the first, second, third, fourth, fifth week that we're trying to hold on, and it seems that every single time we shoot up here, we immediately get rejected and pushed down further to the downside, but the moment we break down, we get bought up again in regards to the Tether dominance. So if the Tether dominance comes up, Bitcoin comes down, and Tether dominance comes down, obviously Bitcoin comes up here. So we're now holding above that key level of weekly support, okay? As you can see here, roughly around there as well. Same thing, same scenario. This is the most important low to look at right here, which is roughly at the 5.64%. Okay, dominance. That means that that's the amount of dominance the Tether has against the overall market cap, which is roughly a $1.65 trillion market cap. Okay, now another layer which I think is extremely important here is the following, and I need to look it up for you in a second here. But that's another significant indicator right here, okay, which is going to be extremely key, and that is the following. Okay, there we go. Breaking. Tether prints $2 billion in preparation from January 10th. So Tether is printing more, USDT at the moment. Okay, $2 billion to be exact, not 1 billion, 2 billion. Every single time, or this is just facts based upon previous historical data over the last couple of weeks, especially, every single time that Tether prints, $1 billion, price tends to shoot up for whatever reason here. Okay, I'm not saying that this is going to happen again, but I'm saying that the majority of time, it was definitely in the favor of bullish momentum here. Okay, that means that if more money flows into the market, right, they need to support and stabilize that particular currency. Therefore, they have to print more money. Therefore, obviously, more money comes into the crypto ecosystem, which should be bullish in general. Okay, so that's an interesting topic here. Last layer is the overall Coinbase Bitcoin chart here. Okay, and let's take this one to the weekly. We have the 200 EMA. Okay, that's number one, and let's also highlight the 50 EMA here. Okay, that's just a layer that I'm currently interested to show you exactly what's happening. Okay, we have seen, all right, and this is on the higher time frame. We have seen some sort of cross, okay, a golden cross we call it. Okay, this is happening right now at this particular moment as well in time. Now, all of these factors can mean fantastic bullish momentum here, but again, that doesn't mean anything on the weekly time frame in the short term. Okay, so at this particular moment, I highly recommend you to be patient and stay along the sidelines here. However, it's not going to take long again before we can anticipate here on a major breakout and therefore some really nice trading opportunities. So what I would love to see, guys, and this is absolutely the best scenario, is that if we come down, okay, we break down at first here back towards the 40.5. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna go in a long position, okay, and I'm gonna try to catch that reversal to the upside right here to go and smash out all the liquidity that's getting built up here. Even when the ETF, the spot ETF, gets rejected for today here, if that's the case, okay, that's definitely something I'm personally interested in, of course, after a lower time frame confirmation. So I'm not going to just randomly try to predict the bottom here. No, I'm going to wait for a lower time frame confirmation. The way lower time frame confirmation works usually is the following. Okay, you break down, you create a lower low, a lower high, higher low, higher high, break, entry at this level here, stop loss at the lows, and then try to catch up that move to the upside, something in that manner. The question then will be, are we going to do this with Bitcoin or are we going to do this with the altcoins right here? Well, that all has to depend on the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, the Bitcoin dominance at this particular moment is extremely strong. We talked about this at the beginning of the week, and we said that, the moment we come down, we kind of now balanced at support here. Okay, so we had that weekly support or initial resistance here that we broke at the end of October, and we started to create a pullback, and we retested the high that created a higher low, and therefore we created a higher high, and now we tested it as a higher low. And it seems that this higher low is actually now holding up strong. Okay, so it only has been coming up here. We tried to come down. We couldn't come down here. Overall, we broke above the point of control of that range, and we started to push further to the upside right now. So the Bitcoin dominance is extremely strong at this particular moment. However, we're going to reach some resistance very soon at 53.54%. We are now at 53.22%. Okay, so we're very close, leading in towards that resistance for the Bitcoin dominance from this previous high here. Okay, we swiped it high and we started to close there. So we had three candles right here at that level. The most important candle here is that rejection candle that we see right there. Okay, so that's at a 53.54%. That rejection came down. We took out the lows here. We swiped into that previous. We swiped the lows and we came and bounced from the previous resistance, turning and flipping it into support. But again, the next layer of resistance is right there. Why do I explain that? Well, if you're going to get rejected here, right? That's number one. And the Bitcoin move happens. So number one, the outcome, the news will be visible and we know exactly what's going to happen with the spot ETF today. Then, you know, let's say we push down or we push up or whatever the case may be, okay? It's a very key moment to start looking at the Bitcoin dominance, because the moment we start reaching an area of resistance that is crucial on the weekly time frame, if we then get rejected on it, let's say on the lower time frames, the 15-minute, and you start seeing that it's facing difficulties, right? It's getting pushed down on the weekly, you know, it starts facing difficulties, starts to consolidate, has a hard time breaking it, and so on and so on. Then you will most likely see, especially when Bitcoin is down, that that's the best possible buying opportunity for altcoins, okay? That's just the reality here. Bitcoin dominance comes down here. Bitcoin came down already. Tether, then obviously, you know, potentially, you know, came down. But again, even if you push back to resistance one more time at 614, okay, Tether will also be the massive area of resistance right here. If it gets rejected as well here, then yeah, it's gonna blow up. Okay, you know, Tether printed $2 billion. Liquidity is all over the place, but especially to the upside. So a breakdown is a preferable scenario. Okay, that's just an anticipation game here. Now another layer would be, of course, that we start taking out that liquidity heavily here. Then we have to think more from a fundamental, you know, standpoint, okay? And the main thing I'm personally thinking about here is, okay, let's imagine that the Bitcoin spot ETF eventually gets approved. Do you think that directly by default, a lot of institutions are going to be like, buy, buy, buy? I don't think so. I think many of them are going to just sit on the sidelines. They're going to obviously know that there's going to be a massive manipulative move happening here, that you know, they want to see first, and they're probably going to wait for further confirmation, and they tend to buy when price comes down here. So I think there is a likely scenario where price comes down, and if price comes up first, I definitely want to see price coming down as well here. Okay, so I'm actually only interested in looking for, you could say, long setup, but we could also look for short setups when we break out to the upside after we have taken out majority levels of liquidity here. What's key to mention though is that, of course, if it happens on a Monday, then we have the weekly closure. Okay, that means that the weekly candle here, and let me just remove the drawings for a second, will be closed, and that means that the new weekly candle will be opened. Okay, from a technical standpoint, this is where we can use that in our favor, okay? Because we have seen many times over that a weekly candle opens up. It doesn't create a wick, okay, on one side, because it just moves up right away in that direction or whatever the case may be. If that happens and there is no bottom or no top wick here, then a weekly candle flip could happen also in the next coming days ahead of us here. So that would happen on a Monday if the breakout will happen by then. Okay, for now, let's just see what happens today. Day by day, we're going to look at it here. So again, we had a fantastic last week here when we were ranging, consolidating. We had a bunch of winning trades here. The signals has been still killing it. People are winning in our community every single day. So I highly recommend to join our Discord as well. I give daily updates about everything that I discuss on stream, off stream. So yeah, at least are updated in regards to what's happening also when we are trading live, of course, on stream, and at least giving all the necessary setups to cover so we can actually execute them together here, which that's what we usually do here on this channel, okay? We are trading, we are setting and looking up for the best possible analysis here. And then based upon these type of analysis, we start to, anticipate and trade together. And that's where a lot of these wins come from, next to Trader and Terminator Tim, which is our mentor here in the cryptocurrency VIP in combination with Cowboy. Cowboy has been absolutely killing it as well. By the way, Cowboy is going to give an event here, a Q&A session for the people that are in our community right now. This is important to mention. We're going to have a Q&A, okay, Look at this. Look at this guy. What a legend. It's actually him, by the way. This is actually Cowboy. He's gonna give a Q&A tomorrow or after, sorry, after right here in after the stream. Okay, so highly recommend to be there. We're gonna have a talk there. We're gonna join him, and it's gonna be fantastic. Okay, join me, Cowboy. He's an amazing trader, an amazing investor. He's in the game for a long time right now, and this is the guys we need in our community. So big shout out to Cowboy, Cowboy the GOAT. That's how we do it, man. A true community here. Fantastic. Now, let's just see how we're gonna close this hourly candle. As you can see right now, we're at 10:46 EST here, New York time. Okay. This is the moment for a breakout. Okay. So if you are thinking about taking a trade now, I highly suggest to, based upon the news and the uncertainty, and you can literally feel it with the sentiment. You can see it with the indecisive candles throughout the whole week. Okay. That this is maybe truly the moment to sit on your hands for a couple hours here, a couple minutes right now, until we're seeing a breakout, so we can anticipate on that move and keep you guys updated also in our Discord if we do not see an expansion here. So what we're going to do here, we're going to talk about all the setups right now and the potential scenarios here, because some particular scenarios are setting up better than other ones. Okay, so fantastic. So if you like this new channel, press a W in the chat. It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. 61 people watching, only 509 these subs. That's absolutely astonishing already. Think about that here. Okay, so get these likes up. And it's a true pleasure to host you, keep you updated, and just lead you through it based upon our experience from the information that we have here. And, it's a true blessing to be here, and I'm enjoying it tremendously. Okay. Couple of setups we're going to talk about here. You know what's happening. You know what we're waiting for. Nothing more I can say right now. I think I have been as clear as it gets here. Gold is pushing back down here. Fantastic. I might take a gold trade, by the way, but that's nothing to do with now. All right. Let's quickly talk about a couple of altcoins. Dogecoin was number one. So I'm very curious to see what's happening around that end here. Dogecoin. Super key, super important. Okay. We want to see... Exactly that here. All right. Weekly came down, holding up very clean. See that? First thing I see, weekly support. Okay. Very important. We see weekly support right now at this particular moment. If you go here to the daily time frame, then we have been holding up here, or we're trying to hold up here already 2 times in a row here. So Dogecoin right now is at strong daily support. Okay, number one. Number two thing I see here, take this low and take this high. And again, this kind combines perfectly with the 50%. So we're talking about 50% Fibonacci right here. You see that right around the 50%. I hope you guys can see that here. But it's this line here. It's right there. Okay, that's the equilibrium. Okay, so if you take the swing low to swing high right here, then we will get... Oh, there we go. We will get into the equilibrium. Okay, swing low, swing high. We draw the Fibonacci. That's 50% here. So a 50% retracement. Okay, that's a pullback of around 25%. Now you're holding here fantastically. Beautiful. Okay, now let's go to the hourly time frame here. You can literally just say that we're breaking, or we're setting up for the same old thing as Bitcoin is doing, but then for an altcoin right now, we're breaking. We're gonna potentially break out, or we're gonna see a massive rejection here. In this case, you would say, okay, obviously you're not gonna know that we're gonna potentially break out soon. This is support, okay, 80509, weekly support, daily support. Now, obviously, before you want to look for any long positions here, don't try to enter right here when the trend line breaks. It's usually not what I recommend. Always look at market structure, okay? So, for example, when you look here at this high, then you always ask yourself the question, okay, what is the last low? This is the last low. Fantastic. What is the last high that created that low? Okay, now let's go to the 15-minute. That's this high right here, okay? Right in the center. This was the last piece of consolidation before that final squeeze to the downside. That squeeze to the downside was to take out some of that sell side that was built up, or buy side liquidity was built up here, and that wick fill. Okay, so now we have filled roughly 50% of that wick right there. Okay, fantastic. We came into the 50% of that wick. That's usually what tends to happen. We call that a wick fill right here. Okay, now what you want to see is a break above at least the 82.690 and then wait for a further continuation. If you break out tremendously here, you know, maybe wait for the retest, wait for the continuation right now. But again, you're just in an overall range, you're accumulating, you're waiting for the momentum to follow up here. But Dogecoin is looking nice, and it's looking like once we break out, we're going to break out significantly here. So Dogecoin is setting up nicely. I put it also in the thumbnail for the particular reason, due to the fact that we are at these crucial daily levels right now after a 25% pullback. And I think that's a super realistic and reasonable level to start looking for you know, potential long scenarios eventually right here. But once again, okay, if Bitcoin starts to break down aggressively, you know, then Dogecoin might be doing the same thing, okay? And that's the following. So that just simply means that this was just simply some sort of you know, continuation pattern where you're gonna break out here, break down. But again, that doesn't mean we cannot come up again. So that means a breakdown, then we just let it happen. I'm not gonna force a trade. Then I'm just gonna wait for that new range to break, that play, and then that pullback scenario. That's where my best trade setup will come with, in my opinion, the safest entries and the highest probability, which matters a lot, obviously, when we're managing our risk right here. Okay, just to be clarified as well here, there were so many questions about you know, leverage trading and about the guys that are new to the community and stuff, and I've never traded crypto before. So you know, what I'm going to create is I'm going to create a video explaining exactly how you use leverage the right way and how you benefit from using it the right way, step by step, as easy as possible, making sure that you exactly understand how to leverage it, you know, the way you should be using leverage, okay? Because there are a lot of misconceptions about it, and I just don't want you to get wrecked for no particular reason. All right, that's the conclusion here. That's what I do not allow to happen to my fellow community members. Okay, very important. So that video is gonna come, and yeah, there are so many ways how you can benefit from it. Okay, so what happens if you shoot up? Yeah, I'm actually more interested in the continuation. If you shoot down, I'm looking for that reversal play, so consolidation, manipulation, and then an expansion reversal. Okay. Again, we are coming so close right now. The hourly closure is coming along here. We have 7 minutes left for that hourly closure. So this is truly going to be a key moment for us to look at the Bitcoin price. And I think we are very close to a potential breakout scenario here. The volume is quite consistent, but overall, you know, sooner or later, we're going to see a massive candle occurring. Okay, there is one more chart I would like to look at here, and that is the Bitcoin USD shorts chart. Okay, this is a chart that measures the open interest. So it shows you exactly, you know, what's happening, how many shorts are getting opened, and then this chart right here is showing you how many longs are getting opened as well here, right here. There we go. Okay, how many longs are getting opened? So yeah, at this particular moment in time, okay, what did we see here? We saw this low, we saw a massive expansion. After that expansion, we pulled back, we held support here, okay? It's a key level, all right? And you might think, do these key levels even work on these type of charts? 100%, 100%. I've been using them a lot, and it has been working especially a lot in my favor right now, okay? So what happened here is that we started to consolidate and expand, and what could happen is that we continue up here, okay? The Bitcoin shorts right now are increasing. So more people are entering shorts. And of course, that makes sense when you look at that liquidity that's built up right there, okay? And liquidity is built up due to the fact that shorts are obviously increasing right here. So you can see that expansion of today, that was that move, aggressive move to the downside for Bitcoin, okay? That's right here. When we started to push back and we started to come down here, that was that aggressive move for Bitcoin right here. Now, you see that we're starting to push up one more time, whereas the Bitcoin longs are actually looking relatively weak here. So there are not as many long positions opened right now as shorts, okay? Does it mean that we're just gonna come down? No, that doesn't mean anything, but I just want you to be aware of the fact that that's currently the case. More shorts open means more liquidity to the upside, okay? So that's just a fact. More stop losses are built up above right now rather than below here. So if they manipulate price, there is a high conviction that if we break down for that reason, that I think we're just gonna flip bullish. And that's the main reason why I wanted to share these two charts with you, because if we break down, there is just such a high probability we're gonna just manipulate and flip bullish, that's I truly believe where we can benefit the most from in the first place, okay? So when other people are getting extremely fearful because price is dumping, I think we should, in that circumstance, get a little bit more on the greedy side, of course, with proper risk management. But I think that's an absolute necessity, okay? Based upon that particular data here. Now, there is one more chart I would like to show you. Don't want to make it too complicated right here, okay? And that is the volatility index. The volatility index came up significantly. It came down, it bounced from that zone. And yeah, once again, it does exactly that. It bounces off these zones, okay? So the volatility index is the weirdest chart you will see if you never have seen it before, but it measures the volatility in the market. And every single time when it comes down to lower levels, okay, you will see that from there, and you bounce from support, and there's no joke here, okay, you will start seeing that the moment you create a higher high, you come down, you create a higher low, boom, you expand. That's when the volatility increases. So whenever you want to take a trade position, obviously you want to enter when you know your answer as soon as possible. You don't want to be stuck in a position paying unnecessary fees, especially when the funding rates are high, when, you know, that happens, okay? When the volatility is low, okay? Then you're stuck in a position for no reason, consolidating, still in position, nothing is happening. So I'm talking a lot about this chart in our Discord, explaining why this is such a beneficial chart to look at. But just to clarify real quick, the moment you're going to break this high, the 6.24, you know, we're leading towards the upside right here. That's when the volatility starts to increase. And it does not always mean that the price is moving. So keep a close eye on the lower time frame now on this particular chart right here, okay? This is on the 5 minute. If you start seeing this turning up, you are the first to know that the volatility might be increasing and that the move is coming. So for example, right, I'm just gonna set an alert right above here at 4.57. Okay, coming up, if we break that and we get hit and that alert goes off here, then I know, hey, volatility might increase. We might be seeing a breakdown with a lagging indicator, a lagging moment here. So that means that they can be ahead of the curve when we know the breakout is gonna come here. Radiant says ETF rejected, boys, 100%. Is that already happening here? I don't think so. Otherwise, we would see the move already right away. But if it's gonna happen, yeah, it's gonna happen. I would not be surprised if that's gonna happen. If that's gonna happen, obviously price is gonna come down, right? And that's exactly what we want. So a rejection would actually be more beneficial for higher probability setups for us right now at this particular moment in time. So let's see here. Okay, yeah, that's Dogecoin for now here. Understand that you are above daily support. You never want to short above daily support. Okay, you want to short below daily support. This is a strong level to take in consideration. It is a highly confluential zone, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, okay? Weekly zone, same thing, all right? Weekly zone, exactly the same thing right here. We literally are now holding above it slightly, okay? We came down, we have, we're above that level again, so never short above, or be above, just above daily support and weekly support in general, okay? That's it for Dogecoin just for now. Keep a close eye on these two levels right here. And set an alert on the highest one. Okay, because a breakout could reflect or could occur. And if you're going to see breakout, pullback scenario, continuation, you're going to see breakdown, manipulation, reversal. Okay, next up, let's do a couple more charts here right now. Been talking for too long already. let's go over the setups here, guys. What do you guys want to see? Movie says Solana. Anthony says AMP. The Crypto News says, hey, I just got here. How are you doing, Lorenzo? Have you looked at TRB and People? We'll look at People, man. That was the biggest trade of the year so far in our community. Absolutely madness, okay, on that People trade right here. That was the craziest chart I've seen. A trader Tim, man, 950% on a rune trade. Yeah, let's look at People as well. But let's kick it off with... Let's see what we have here. TRB. Let's kick it off with TRB. Okay. Fantastic. There we go. TRB right now. Okay. Weekly support flipping. Okay, we came down, of course, aggressively. Now we're getting bought up aggressively as well. So actually, this is looking wow, this is looking very good. Okay. You see directly, okay, that key levels are absolutely important. Weekly levels are important, and weekly levels are one of the easiest levels to draw. Okay. So number one, key level right here. Key level right here. The weekly high, turning it into resistance, flipping it into support. Number one, super easy. That's it. Boom. Weekly level's done. Okay. Let's go to the 4 hour. Oh, internal structure. Fantastic. So what did we see? Consolidation, expansion, retracement. Internal breakout. Okay. Absolutely amazing. So what happened here? We're going to talk about internal breakout, internal breakouts right now. We had that liquidity built up right here. Was number one. We broke above it. Okay. So what's the question to ask? Weekly support is number one. Number two is, what was the high that brought us down towards that weekly support? That was the high right here at 136.2. Okay, fantastic. Now what's next? Okay, now a lower high, lower low create a higher high. So this is a stronger low. Fantastic. So you want to see a market shift, and market shifts, start with these type of moves here. Okay, so we have, for example, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then a higher high, lower low, lower high. Okay, and that's where you start shifting. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, higher high, manipulation, higher low, boom, down. Okay, and then you start creating a higher high, higher low, boom. You start to flipping up again. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for these shifts in momentum here. Clear shift in momentum for TRB. Okay, so at this particular moment, what are we looking for? Well, we have a bigger range now to look at, which is this range right here since Wednesday. There we go, which is the point of control. All right, you draw the fixed range run profile, that tool that you have as well. From the left to the right of that range, to that breakout point, gives you information. This is where the most volume has been traded. So this could be like a hidden area, a level of support right here. That's number one. Let's highlight this one. Now let's draw the low and draw the high. Boom. What do we see here? And this is actually fantastic. This is really, really nice here. Okay. Look at this. So consolidation, manipulation, reversal. Okay. Pullback, continuation. So you now have the point of control as an area of support. You now have the 618 Fibonacci aligning with it. Okay. So the swing low, the swing high, clearly getting rejected right now at this high right here. That's no surprise. So what you're seeing here right now is a potential pullback scenario where we could look for a continuation. So again, that will perfectly align with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts breaking down here, okay, then this particular setup for TRB is amazing. The reason why, because it has been pumping beforehand. Then the Bitcoin price comes down, then TRB will follow. Then this is the first initial level to look at, and to look for direct longs to the upside back towards the 167, because you have so many confluences coming together. You pull back to the 618, point of control, flipping it into support after that market shift, after that weekly support bounce. Or that bounce from weekly support. That was previous weekly resistance. So does it make sense? Market shift, breakout, pullback, understanding the Bitcoin price, and then information right here on the charts. As many confluence bring it together right here. You can also draw a horizontal level to see if there is some other confluences aligning here. So number one, we've just done that. Go to the 4 hour, and there we go. Yes, it is a confluential zone. Look at that resistance, look at that resistance, look at that support. Could turn and flip into support right there. So now you have 3 confluences after that market shift that is telling you that once we get there, the long opportunities or potential long trades are in your favor here. So double my list trade to the upside here. Okay, horizontal level, 618 Fibonacci, point of control, weekly support, market shift, Bitcoin potentially coming down, reversal. TRB following up, coming down, holding up, coming up. Entry, yeah, potentially here. Targeting, of course, the highs. Okay, the liquidity is built up right above. I want to go for the highs here, for sure. Stop loss. Yeah, you would actually say, to be honest, below the lows here. Okay, that's the safer trade because this is the loss low that created that expansion. You put your stop loss below the lows just to have a safer option, which still will result in like a roughly 3-to-1 on your money. But if you think that this is too less for your trading strategy or your overall trade setup, whatever, you can also wait for a lower time frame confirmation after that bounce. But I think if it comes down, then it might be going up aggressively. It can go fast. So do take the chance that you might miss out on a trade. But again, you can also wait for a lower time frame break and then just get your risk reward up and put your stop loss internally underneath the lows here. But again, this could result into a very nice and clean trade. So I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to put the stop loss right below. And I'm going to target, of course, the highs. Because this is looking like we have a bunch of stop losses built up right there. Coming up into this level, which is going to be this zone. At around 194. Okay, $194 right here. So 3-to-1. 3-to-1 on your money. Okay, that's it. In case, that's overall a great example in the first place here. Okay, let's add this one to the list. This one is actually really nice, really solid. This is a long setup that I would take, especially if the market comes down. We have to start thinking in these scenarios right now, guys. We have to. You know, when you're trying to guess the outcome of Bitcoin right now, you're going to wreck yourself. I've seen it many times happening over and over again. You're trying to enter in a symmetrical triangle and hope for the best. Well, that's not how we trade here. Okay, we hope for the worst and we anticipate based upon that. Okay, so if we come down here, the best scenario would be that TRB comes down and follows up, and then we can wait for that confirmation on the lower time frame to see if that holds up nicely and if you can start looking for upside, which is, in my opinion, significant if you look at all the confluences that come together here. So it's an amazing setup to look at, guys, and I'm going to share this in our Discord regardless tomorrow. Okay, that's why you have to join our Discord right here. Click on the link in the chat or in the description. All these updates and trade setups are shared here, including the results and everything as well. Including some relevant information, update videos, and of course trades taken as well. Here, all from the stream. Okay, so it's very important that you pay attention. If you then come back to the next stream tomorrow, not tomorrow but Monday, then you will be fully updated regardless. All right, on a day-to-day basis. The goal is to make money together and utilizing the time we have here as much as possible. So what's next? Solana. AMP. Okay, AMP. I'm Tony, my man. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Great to have you here. Hope you like what we do. And, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. AMP. Weekly resistance. Weekly support is here. Multiple rejections. As clear as it gets. Every time you start to break above here, that's why it's so important to wait for weekly closures above weekly levels. It's very simple. The reason why is because there are so many scenarios where you break out and then you get bought out right away. People start selling and then you're stuck. Okay, if you enter on a breakout here, so you want to see a closure, and a closure could turn and flip it into support much easier and much higher probability. In this case, low to high, 50% is also aligning fantastically. You see that with that previous low here. So you have this low, support, resistance, body close support, resistance, 50%. So key level 3011, key level. Now take that to the daily and we go to the low time frame from there. Okay. 1 second. That's the VPN. Give me one moment here. Boom. Okay. So 3011 key level, 50% aligning there. What you want to see is the following. This on the daily. Obviously, you're gonna dump hard if Bitcoin comes down. Listen, if Bitcoin comes up, you know, whatever happens here. But you know, I doubt price will continue up here. I truly doubt it. I think that manipulation has to occur, especially with such a massive event here. Gold was a perfect example today. Okay, perfect example. Lows, then highs, and now I'm looking for the higher low. In that case here. Now, Bitcoin and the Bitcoin breakdown here, and then coming back to AMP. If you start coming back towards the 3011, then it's all about, you know, the next step, and that is the following. Okay, you can say I want to short it all the way down. It's up to you, right? That's just a trade that you can make here. But what I would recommend here is the following: wait for price to just do its thing. We wait for price to come to our points of interest. That is a clear point of interest. Wait for that reaction, higher low, and a bounce, and then of course you start building this momentum. You start building this trend, and then at some point you're gonna break above here. You could say maybe price is gonna come down and continue down because we are looking very weak here. I'm not gonna lie, this is not looking that strong whatsoever. And again, Bitcoin is not holding up that strong either. The tether dominance is above the weekly support still. You could say, okay, we might be coming down, so I might be looking for shorts on the lower time frame. Okay, you have a lot of confluence in your favor. There is a massive gap still to fill up here. Okay, on the higher time frame especially, and you are literally in no man's land. So for that particular reason, let's assume that we take this to the lower time frame. And let's assume that we're bouncing from here, okay, for whatever reason. Then this is the high and this is the low. Then you see that the 50% already could be a perfect retest scenario. So, you know, these were the lows. You broke down the 50%, 100%, 0%, 50%, the equilibrium could result into a pull up, followed by another rejection to the downside, leading towards that cap, pull up, rejection, you know, keep going until we're reaching the daily key level, okay? Which you're obviously going, or most likely going to see some sort of bounce from. And that's of course where you flip and where you start entering longs again at this particular moment. Now, that's a scenario to look at as well, right? You know, you don't have to be super patient. As long as your risk management is on point, nothing is going to happen right now. So, you know, 5-minute setups is something that we could look for right now, actually, to maybe see if we can take some advantage. But again, we all know that at any given moment, something can happen which could completely invalidate it. But if you just manage risk accordingly with the right leverage, okay, again, then nothing will happen here. So scenario number one is you push up, you come back down towards that daily area of the month, support here, super key level to look at 3011 as your target. And then, you know, looking for a reversal play. So thank you for sharing. And I hope that answered your question. Okay. Next up is movies Solana. And let's start with Solana for a second here. Okay. Because Solana has been doing very well, holding up extremely well in the first place. We all know that we have seen a major Solana run. Of course, we are now back at 3 daily resistance here. So if you look at this area of supply, let's look at this high. It is on the 3 daily key level. All right, this high right here. Boom. We draw a box, a zone, a supply zone right there. We look at this low. We break this low right here. We call this a change of character to the downside, while we had a break structure to the upside right here. Fantastic. Boom. Rejection. All right. Number one. What happened then? We create a higher high followed by a lower low. That's bearish. That's the market shift we were talking about. Coming back to the zone, hold there for a second while building up the liquidity. So you had a short-term bounce to then come up to that high that created that low, that created that market shift, and you start selling off aggressively. Easy trade. Well, easy now, right? But in order to spot it, of course, you have to have or need some experience. Now, when looking at this one, we're currently still getting rejected right here. This might be the point of control. This is what we call, guys, ladies and gentlemen. How do we call this? We call this the magic touch. All right, the point of control held. We talked about this 2 days ago, by the way. Okay, we came up. We talked about the value area low and the point of control. We came to the point of control and we got rejected there. So the point of control held fantastically. That means your entry there, your stop loss there, very tight, very nice. Now you're holding kind of above here, but again, this is not looking that super strong here. You are building this this trend. You are holding at support. Okay. This looks like we're just gonna keep consolidating for the next couple of minutes. Right here. Okay. Whereas TRB and AMP were much more interesting. There was much more happening, right? So I highly recommend to just be patient with Solana now. It makes sense, you know, talking about big caps in the first place. Yes, on the lower time frame, you're kind of holding here. So that's actually kind of nice, nice to see. You are holding here. Okay, that's nice. Because internally you have, of course, created this high and you're retesting it right now. Go to the 1 minute. There is a bunch of liquidity built up now above. This is that real level of resistance. Yeah, you have to break above. If you want to shift the market here, this is the key level. This is a key level. Break, flip, continuation. On the lower time frame. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so yeah, low, bright. Let's break the 98.95. This is just a really low time frame setup, but it's definitely possible here. Let's go to lower time frame. Yeah, Tether dominance is feeling the resistance here already on a smaller scale. So it's this high, this high, this high, lower low, lower low. This range, right? Aggressive move. Yeah, on the lower time frame, we want to see this low getting broken. So if this low breaks for the Tether dominance, markets will go up. Solana will then break to the upside. And if you can then take that bounce trade, you have a nice entry and a potential, you know, short-term trade opportunity. But that's just one layer. Okay, one scenario, which is definitely interesting. But AMP, for example, is looking actually more interesting. So does TRB. TRB is more of a medium-term play. So I would look for the 1 hour pullback continuation, whereas AMP is a lower time frame scenario where you could already take and trade that pullback, right? Solana is standing on the other side in case the Tether dominance breaks down. But that's just a confirmation. We have an alert set for Solana. Let's see where this takes us. There we go. Okay. And Lorenzo, which countries are you thinking of visiting in 2024? Who knows, man? Who knows? We're stuck in Bali at the moment. No, we're having a good time. We're working, we're grinding. But anyways, man, we were planning to travel, indeed, later this year, definitely. Waywanner says Sui, one of the big players, rebalanced APT into Sui about 30 minutes ago. Let's look at Sui then. Oh wow, okay, thank you so much, my man. Waywanner is always on point. He's always on point here. Okay. Always sharp. Let's see what we have. There we go. Took a while. Trading view is a bit slow today. Okay. Sui. All right. Weekly support. Flipping resistance to support. Pushback. Bought up right away. Came down aggressively, of course, at one point, but we're still holding above daily support as well here. 4 hour. Nice. This area of the month here. The reason why? Because you created this low, expanded. Now we're creating higher low. Now it's pushing up. So you don't want to long here because you're too late. So this is where we want to long from. This is where we want to look for a confirmation. This is actually super nice. So you have this zone now. You're going to potentially get rejected here. Or not. Who knows? You can also flip this one and break out completely. So set an alert at the highs. But what you want to see is internal break, pullback, W formation, and an expansion. So very, very nice. Too late for longs now, for sure. You don't want to enter right here in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, it's getting closer to a point of interest. So number one, not looking for longs or shorts. Wait for pullback. Wait for a continuation. That's my suggestion. The higher we get, the better it is eventually. Okay, the more we take out with this low, the better it is. We have to take out internal structures. If you can take out this, let's say, external play, fantastic. We break our pullback, continue to the upside. So that will be clean. So thank you for sharing. We're going to add this to the list right now. So we have TRB. We have AMP. Okay, we have AMP right here. We have Solana. Just on lower time frame. Okay, that's the least I'm interested in right now. SUI. I like this scenario. I like this scenario because if Bitcoin comes down, SUI can follow up and then do exactly that. Calm down, hit our entry, and boom, we shoot up. So yeah, okay, amazing. Let's see what else we have here. Couple more charts here. There we go. Me, MXO, my friend. Welcome to the YouTube session here as well. Amazing to have you here also in our VIP group. It's absolutely fantastic to see you here right now, my man. Great to have you here. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's see what we have. When it says euros, if it's approved, bigger players in the market will just put sell positions for the crowd to buy their Bitcoin. Yes, and at some point, just dump the market big because of panic sales. I like your analysis. That's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for that exact manipulation. Amazing. Billy doses rose and injected for setting up. Okay, let's put in injective first. Just wanted to see if ORS was a thing here. Okay, injective. Yeah, we can. Oh yeah, that was the trade we missed. We missed out on that trade. Remember, we didn't got filled here, and we missed our entry just barely. We came up then after that heavily. Of course, after that we just came down. Yeah, we missed out on the trade here. Okay. Daily. Okay, forget about the wick for now. Right here. All right. Okay. High, low, lower high. Internal lower low, lower high, lower low. Breaking down. Closing below local support. This is interesting. I'll tell you why. For 5 minutes for a 30-minute candle closure. Below the 36.4. Which could result in a continuation to the downside. which is supported by this area of supply. So what you want to do is this. We're going to wait 4 minutes. Maybe we're going to do this live. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wait 4 minutes. We're going to see how this next candle opens up. If it pulls up bullish with like a weak bottom wick or something, and we then flip the candle bearish, then we can enter the flip and we put our stop loss above the previous high, and we target, of course, the lows. And that could result in a yeah, like a not a massive position here. 2.5 to 1 roughly. 2.5 to 1. So let's just see how we close here. What about that? 30-minute candle closure in about 3 minutes and 35 seconds. If we close below right now, fantastic. And we have this candle right here. We have that support here that could turn now into resistance as well. Just to confirm this for you. Okay. Support, support, support. Area of supply here. Rally, base, rally. Closure below. Pullback. Candle flip. Entry. Stop loss. Take profit. Tether Dummies is breaking out. Tether Dummies needs to close above the 5.77%. I like it. It's gonna be worth a shot, to be honest. You know, in this case, we know it's risky. It's a risky play around the news events and everything here. But again, that's why we have risk management, man. You can't win them all, but you can definitely make money if you have a good risk management. It's the most undervalued rule still in the game here. It's easy to get greedy, and especially in crypto, when you see everything pumping like crazy, you think like, oh man, I need to do the same thing. But when trading, like the true traders in crypto have an extremely tight and solid risk management and use leverage the right way. So again, I'm gonna explain and create a video for you how to use leverage the right way. Yeah, truly the right way. Can't wait for that. It's gonna help you tremendously if you're new to crypto, especially here. Okay, 2 minutes for this closure. I just wanna pay close attention to this chart right now. Injective, okay? And the reason why is because we are at a key level. We have been now below. We might be closing below. And if you do, I want to see the next candle flipping. You know, pushing in that zone, testing it as resistance, and also then getting a candle flip. So we can look for that continuation to the downside. That will be the ideal case. So one more time. Clean up a little bit here. Let's pay very close attention to that breakdown or that closure here. That's why candle closures are so important. The 30-minute, the 1 hour, crucial candle for closures to look at. Obviously, the 1 hour is very important, but the 30-minute is fantastic for entries also in that manner. Okay. We already closed on our 1 hour candle below it regardless, so that's not the problem here. It's just that this candle needs to close now. And the next candle needs to pull in and get rejected. So that's 50 seconds. Have you discussed Matic today? Not yet, my friend. We're going to talk about Matic very soon. Okay. Very shortly. So again, I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, to really appreciate, you know, you guys being here on our new channel. We have 54 likes. Let's make sure that we smash up that like button here. You know, we're growing. We are doing our thing here. We are a new channel. We're not even monetized yet. That's how new we are. Okay, so now the algorithm is working better when you're monetized. You all know how that goes here. So, you know, look at that, man. It's just an amazing journey so far. I just want to thank you so much. And yeah, let's just keep going and doing our thing here. Of course, our main channel right here is where it all started. Okay, we had, you know, so many different layers already for a long period of time. We have done hundreds and hundreds of streams trading Forex live with, you know, track records, you name it, everything here. Days upon end here. We'll probably we'll do it again at some point as well here, no problem. But of course, this is something you know, truly special. You know, we all know that crypto right now is the place to be here. We made a bunch of money here previously as well. So once again, Thank you for the support and keep it up. Keep it up, fam. We are gonna make it. You are still early. You are still early right now. Okay, that is fantastic. Okay, closure, fantastic. There we go. Give us a pullback and a candle flip. So pullback, candle flip. That's what I want to see here. Pullback and a candle flip. Okay. So first tapping into that candle. I mean, it could be coming down already, but again, best confirmation is we're looking for the best confirmation, obviously, especially when you're trading momentum. When you're trying to trade momentum, you're looking at a momentum trade. This is what we call a momentum trade, right? You're trying to trade with the momentum or the direction it's going into. So instead of looking for an entry here, when price comes here to then flip and reverse, we're trying to go and continue. So continuation trade, you could say, okay? Therefore, it's important that you actually get rejected at a key level before you enter. So you're not forcing here. I see that the Rose is doing the same thing. That's what I read in the chat right now. Okay, let's look at Rose then. It might be interesting. Rose. See what Rose is doing. Weekly support. Okay, so we knew this. Boom, done. Daily. Let's see here. Big range. Point of control. Of course, the magic touch. Right here, you could see it already. Magic touch. Yeah, very, very close to support on the 4-hour. Like, this is not where I want to look for shorts here. No. Different chart than I expected here. Injective will most likely is looking very weak. I see this coming down here. I see this coming down. Rose is holding up here. Point of control on the 4-hour. Too much sell-side liquidity built up here. Stop loss is built above here. You know, this smells like breakout potential to the upside. So yeah, very interesting. Let's look at the crypto bubbles real quick while we're waiting regardless for injective. 15 minutes. Most of them are coming down slightly. APT minus 3% here. What's happening there? Okay. While we're waiting for injective here, I'm gonna set an alert right there. Okay. One more time. I most likely will take that trade. Tapping into that zone. Combination, continuation to the downside. Okay. If not already coming down here, but that's what I want to see. I want to see an interaction with this range to then come down. That's APT or injective. Rose is holding up here. But what's happening with APT? I see 3% dump. Aha. Okay. Why didn't I put an alert there? I don't know what's happened here. Okay, I normally always put alerts here. Did not put an alert here. Super basic, super simple. But again, this is a key example of what I just want to do, or what I want to do right now with injective right here. Okay, just to see, so you can see it. Support, resistance, right? Support, resistance. Okay, confluence zone. Now what happened to? We broke that trend line. That doesn't mean anything. Trend lines doesn't mean anything. Most people get wrecked when just entering breakouts. I've seen it. I've tried it. I've backtested hundreds and hundreds of trades, if not thousands of them. Now, this is where it gets interesting, right? So this is exactly my point here. Local support, you see that zone? Support, you broke down. Injective, by the way. Fantastic. If you flip bearish, time to take some action here. Okay, APT. It closed this candle right below the 10.159. You see that? Next candle, right? Came down, came up, and it flipped right here. That's what I mean with entries. You don't have to enter on a break. This is your confirmation. You put it above the previous wick and you look for that continuation trade. There you go. There is your 3-to-1 setup. That's it. This could happen right now with injective here. So that's what I kind of mean. Where you flip, stop loss above the previous candle. If you want to take the risky play here and you want to really benefit from the momentum, but then the Tether Dominance needs to be with us. Yeah, it's holding up. It closed above it. It closed above it. Closed above the resistance, turning it into support. This is it. This is it. This is it. All right. Holding up. This is good. This is bullish for the Tether Dominance. Okay, bearish for the market. So injective. I would still put it above the highs here. We have a nice risk to reward here. You're not risking too much regardless. Unless you want to look on the lower time frame. The riskier play will be putting it down. I still think it's above the high because you have so many confluences supporting you. You have the resistance here right now. You also have this area of the supply. You also have that break confirmation. You have this high that's creating a lower low. You name it, right? So a candle flip could happen now. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see how it goes. Show us that candle flip. That's what we want to see here. Candle flip and that push. Tether Dominance, nice confirmation. Again, anything can happen here. I mean, the Bitcoin spot ETF, whatever the case may be here. But let's see what the latest news is. Real quick. No confirmation yet. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, that flip, man. That flip. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit patient before we continue with the setups here. Okay, and we're doing our analysis here because this was something. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, this is interesting. That's all I can say. Wait for a 30-minute candle flip, and then we could see a continuation to at least first of all this gap. Super reasonable level to look at here. And yeah, we're not looking at that strong here. APT is the perfect example of what we are talking about here. So, for that particular reason, breakout, stop loss above, looking for further continuation. Of course, now you're reaching that area of demand, but that's your 3-to-1. Injective is setting up for something similar. So, as long as the Tether Dominance stays above this level, and that's important, that it doesn't create a lower low, because if it creates a lower low, like here, for example, if you break this, invalidate it, okay? That's why we don't have to enter now, because first of all, we do not flip yet. And second of all, if the Tether Dominance comes down here, injective is going to try to push up. And that's why that flip is that momentum switch here. So that could be good here. The Crypto Noob says super might be worth to look at. And Movie says dot, polka dot. Let's do that as well. Let's just set an alert here. Otherwise, we're going to stare at a candle here for a long period of time. Let's set an alert. And confirm it to the Tether Dominance. Volatility might be increasing soon, okay? Keep a close eye on it. Gold. Very, very nice here. Let's see what's happening. I actually placed a gold trade right now. Just give me one moment real quick, guys. I need to check my gold trade. I believe I'm in a gold trade. One moment here, while we're waiting for injective to flip. Let's see what's happening here. There we go. 1 second. There we go. Okay, we're pushing down a bit. Okay. Not yet. Not in gold yet. Okay, let's let's see how this one plays out here, guys. It would be great if we could take like a live trade here. Tether dominance is not that strong at the moment. Okay, 3-minute time frame. This is what you want to see. You want to come in this low, okay, and you want to bounce from this level. If you bounce from this low here, what you're going to see is the following. Okay, this was that support. This particular low could hold, and you create a higher low, and then a continuation to the upside. So on the lower time frame, it's key that we hold here, because if this bounces up, then you're gonna see injective coming down, and that's when we enter, and we're looking for that continuation here. Okay, why not? Why not just benefiting from you know, the pre-volatility? All right, let's wait here. In the meantime, let me know what you want to see here, guys. We have super. We can look at super in the meantime real quick here. Otherwise, we're just gonna stare at the chart here for forever. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, number one, super. Let's see what we have. Skinny Demon Man says, late, finally made it to the stream. Friday work meeting as always, the worst timing for trading. No worries, my man, you're still on time here. We're looking at a trade right now, okay? We're looking at a trade at this particular moment, okay? Always trade on your own risk. That's what I always say here, okay? Just one more time for the people that are just tuning in. My name is Lorenzo Corrado. I'm a trader. I've been trading for around 7 years right now, okay? I also have a main channel, my main channel right here, as you can see. Where I traded live Forex. I've been trading Forex for a couple years. Last year was live. Okay, hundreds of trades, hundreds of streams, hundreds of trades. So, you know, Bitcoin right now, crypto providing with like a ridiculous amount of opportunities. And if you understand this ecosystem, you know how it moves, how the money flows, which is kind of easier to track. It's much harder to track the money flow in the overall market. In Forex market, it's the $6 trillion daily volume. Think about that. In comparison to Bitcoin, okay, which has, or the cryptocurrency market, which has only, and I say only here, a $76 billion daily volume. Okay, that's a big difference. So therefore, it's much easier to track what's currently going on here with a couple of charts that we're looking for. I have created a course as well. Okay, it's a free course. If you are in our crypto VIP, you can literally get access to that course where I explain literally that, all right? How that money flow works and how you can have always the best sentiment in the market without following all that bullcrap news from Twitter, okay? Look at the actual real-time data, all right? And I'm showing you exactly how to do that. It's a free course that you can join here in combination, of course, with the signals. Trader Tim is absolutely killing it right here, okay? How does it work? Well, what you need to do is you need to go and click on the link in our Discord. You join our Discord first, okay? That's number one. Because you're going to see all the updates from me from the stream, all the trade updates that I do, potentially trades that I take live, okay? You click on the link first, you join our Discord, that's number one. Then, secondary is you sign up with one of our links, okay? BitCat is the exchange we use for the VIP signals, okay? As you can see, Tim is using very tight stop losses sometimes. So with the solid risk management, you get these high risk to reward trades, okay? That's why our actual wins are like a 60% win rate. right? Not a 100% win rate, no, a 60% win rate. Okay. In this case, 47% portfolio growth in 2024, 6 wins, 4 losses. Okay. So with solid risk management, you should be making money. So then you click on the link, you sign up with one of an affiliate links here. For Discord right now, for BitGet, you simply click on that link to become a partner of us, an exclusive link for $8,000 deposit bonus as well. So you use that money, you get your deposit bonus, you use it for your signals. Then you fill in your UID right here. Okay, get access, and voila, you can use that money. So you're in essence in for free. Get access to the course, get access to the signals. You're part of the game, you're part of our community, you're part of the network where we're making a bunch of money. Fantastic. Okay, while we're waiting for the trade here, let's go and continue to the next one. Because we're still waiting here. Super. Let's start on the weekly. Breakout. We saw a surge of around 400%. That's it. 400%. Weekly resistance eventually now created at 69.369. 4 hour. Internal structures. Okay, what happened here? So, high point, higher high. I'll probably create some sort of bearish divergence, I think, on the RSI. I think we created something like that. We started to come down. Now, lower low, internally, lower high, lower low. We start to break down right now. This is still too big of a range. So there is no trade here. Unless you're going to take this to the 30-minute, you might be able to get some trades here, but you're now are at crucial support. That's number one. But I do not see a direct trade here. I just think that you're ranging right here. What you want to see is an expansion, pullback. That's your entry. Perfect entry. Could also be to the upside, okay? You break the highs, you create a new all-time high, and you flip it into support. So you flip that weekly resistance now into support right here, and you can look for the continuation. So when you're consolidating too much and when there is not a clear direction here, there are tons of other pairs that are trending, which are much more interesting to trade right now. At this particular moment, Super is setting up nicely after the expansion. So then use the fixed volume profile, which is a tool you can use. It measures the volume. But for example, the value area low is this range, is this level, is that highlighted zone here. So you have this range, you have that non-highlighted mark and that highlighted mark. This is where the volume suddenly increases. So you have this exact gap. That's the value area low. They have that red line. That's the point of control. Why do we call this the point of control? That's where the most volume has been traded in that range. So that these are like the hidden levels, okay? Highly confirmation. Why? You see it already, right? You tapped into it and you got rejected. Perfectly, okay? So the point of control is a key level of volume. Volume can equal support and resistance here. They have the value area high. So if you break out, the value area high is important. If you break down, the value area low is important. See it kind of as a wall, okay? There is a big castle, and the castle has an outer wall, and it has an inner wall, and then in between there's water and a bridge. The outer wall will be the value area low. So when price breaks down, okay, we come back to the outer wall first. On the lower time frame, you're going to see a rejection potentially, right? They can't get into that outer wall. They can get through that outer wall with the big port, okay? So then that's your trade. Secondary is they get into that outer wall, but then all these guys are fighting against it to prohibit them from coming into the inner wall, the intersection, the core, okay? Where the king lives, all right? So that's the point of control. That's that rejection here. So these are two key levels to look at. Very, very important. Okay, ENJ is flipping here. What's happening with the tether dominance? The tether dominance was holding there. You see that? Coming down, coming up. ING is now flipping. This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic happens, okay? That's where trades get taken potentially here. So, INJ will start breaking through it right here. So, we're almost there. We're almost there. You will know when I'm entering. But this is what we mean. So the tether dominance does what we wanted. You see that high, higher high, higher low, continuation. Tether dominance looking strong. We closed above 30 minutes here. So it's just a matter of time before we start to come down here, in my opinion. Let's see if the probability is on our side too. The crypto noob Lorenzo, I'm still a bit interested in BSV, the pump last week. BSV. Yeah, we'll check it out. We'll check it out. Fantastic. 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 Yeah, I have my phone ready. Okay. I have my phone ready. So that's there. Stop loss will be above the highs. That's there here. But yeah, super hope you guys get it. Why the value area low and point of control are so key. And why it's better to just wait for the expansion. So it's that consolidation, expansion, retracement, continuation. So you create enough liquidity here, whatever. Some people call it like a Wyckoff schematic or something like that, right? There are a lot of different ways you can look at it, but I just simply look at a range. We're either, you know, ranging, number one, right? So we're either going up, ranging, coming down, ranging, coming up, ranging, right? Accumulating new positions, build that liquidity, manipulate, and then, you know, come down and move in that direction here. That's the reality. Okay. So let's see where this takes us. I would like to know your opinion about a potential long setup on LDO. If you can check. Okay, while we're waiting here, let's check it out. Okay, breakout. First thing I see, breakout. Breakout, rejection. So currently you're seeing rejection, okay? Weekly resistance right now, rejection. So you broke out, you're pulling back. You're now right at it. So that's not good. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. You see that rejection here? Not a good sign. Bitcoin. Okay, still holding up. But no, this is not a good sign here. So we swipe the highs as well. Swipe the highs, coming down, breaking down. This could break down. What's that horizontal volume indicator called? That's the fixed range volume profile. All right, we call this the fixed range volume profile right here. Yeah, internal range now. Almost. Internal range. Very low. Point of control. Pullback. Rejection. Yeah, I like this one. I'm gonna add this to the watch list. This is good. This is good. This is good. Okay. Sir, good evening. Can you check Arbitrum? Let's look at Arbitrum right here. Ooh, massive breakout. What happened here? Okay, breakout. Different story. Different story. So you see that? Daily resistance, flipping it into potential support here. So price needs to pull back first. Right, Tether is pushing us right now. Okay. Tether is starting to break down. We're coming there. Beautiful. There we go. You're gonna come down. That's it. Okay, I'm in. I'm in a short right now for INJ here. And I'm gonna look for the continuation here. It's a short-term play. Risk management on point. Okay, stop loss at 36.981. Okay, stop loss at 36.981. All right. And there we go. We're taking off. Three minutes for the hourly closure. All right. It looks like easy money. Small TP there. Stop loss above the highs. Wait for it to come down towards this zone here. And let's see where it happens. Tight stop loss can always be the case here. You don't have to rush it. You can always get into new positions if you want to manage your risk accordingly. Leave this up to you. Let's continue here. Okay. What do we have? What do we have here? Let me see if there are a couple more questions here. Lorenzo, what's happening with your gold trade? We'll look at it in a second. What else do we have here? LTC, Litecoin. We haven't looked at Litecoin in a while, hey? Litecoin. Yeah, let's look at Litecoin real quick. I think that's something we should do here. There we go. Let's look at Lite. Is it loading? There we go. It should be loading now. There we go. Okay. Okay, we never came up. We're holding at key levels of support here, but it's not looking strong at all. This is that range, so let's draw this low to this high. Yeah. Okay, you can put your stop loss on break even. Stop loss on break even. Congratulations. Take some profits if you want to. It's up to you the way you trade here. Okay, it's completely up to you right now at this particular moment. All right. It's a beginning. It's a beginning. Okay, it's a beginning. It is a beginning here. Press a like W in the chat, fam. Okay. And take some profits if you want to here. I think it's important. You're already halfway, so this is a TP point for sure. So now you made some money, and now you should be good. Okay, it's up to you here to how you manage your risk. That's all I can say here. Okay. Let me share it quickly in the crypto wins section. It's a small one, but it's a trade, right? It's just an example as well. It's not just about the money always. It's also how can we learn from this, okay? And how can we benefit? So again, manage your risk accordingly, especially right now in this crazy market with the crypto, with the SEC and all that stuff here. You know, that's how we rock and roll here. Small trade, okay? Boom. At least for now. Okay, if you want to keep your stop loss up, keep your stop loss up, but at least take some profits. Boom. What's happening in the chat? Injective, Marton, joined the writer. Congratulations, Marton. Fantastic. Small trade, but again, who cares, right? It's also a lesson. How to manage risk, how to, you know, take advantage. If you see this flip here now, man, you're gonna see a fantastic continuation here. But you know, that's just live examples are always key sometimes. You know, usually we do it as follows: we have our trades, we share our trade updates then right here the next day and stuff, and we make sure that you guys are fully updated about what we do. But if you see a sweet opportunity sometimes, I mean, yeah, we have to go for it, right? That's just what it is here. I think that's important. Make sure to smash up that like button here. Okay, I want to get to 100 people watching right now. We have 89 people watching. The only way to help you or to help us here is by smashing up that like button and chatting a lot. That's the algorithm that will help us right now. So yeah, nice. Let's see. Pushing up, hopefully not too far. Hopefully not too far here. That's usually how momentum trades work. So, you know, you just, you know, you put your risk on break even, especially because you broke this low. And you still have that gap there. So there's no need to try to hold on to your position. You could if you want to. But what I tend to do is just to put your stop loss on break even, because it's a momentum trade. It's not a limit order where you come down, you limit your entry, stop loss is there, you come up and you break internal highs. Now this is a momentum trade, so a continuation trade. So I'm always a little bit more sharper with my risk management and my stop loss, of course, here. But again, I want to see the top wick right now. We have an hourly closure. We just closed the hourly candle. So of course you're going to come up. You have no bottom wick here. So this could be a flip here. Okay, and if you see that flip, man, it's game over. It's game over. Okay. So continue with Litecoin here real quick. Yeah, you have this this daily level, but again, you're consolidating. It's the same scenario, okay? So Litecoin is creating this particular high and this particular low. This is just as clean as it gets, okay? In regards to the range itself, as clean as it gets right here. All right. So obviously, right now you want to make sure that that you create some sort of breakout or expansion in order for us to move further. In this range, it gets very tight here. Unless you want to enter longs here and shorts here. You know, when you take out the liquidity and flip, it gets interesting. But for now, there's not much happening on Litecoin here. Okay. There's not much happening on Litecoin. All right, but yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay. Marco says BTC must go to the moon. Right now, Bitcoin is, yeah, trying to hold up here, but it's not looking that strong. But who knows? Who knows? Tether dominance. Okay, that's why. Okay, Tether dominance is pushing us back down here. There we go. We have this one right here. Yeah, we're still in. Barely, but we're still in. Okay, TP1 was it. Okay, so yeah, Litecoin, nothing to see here for now. Okay, wait for further confirmation. Arbitrum, same thing, okay? We wait for a pullback first, also towards the daily levels. That's usually where you have the highest probabilities, where you look at a daily level first. This was a major expansion right here. You go to the body, not the wicks. You place it at the body, okay? Absolutely key. You wait for the pullback right here. And then from there on, we can look for further continuation. This is just a higher time frame play. Unless you start flipping this candle, but I doubt it. So I'm gonna set an alert right here, and I'm just gonna see how it goes. Okay, that's it for Arbitrum. Okay, I'm out. Unfortunately, was a live example. Tight stop loss here. TP1 hit, and stop loss on break even here. Okay, just an example. Again, this could be flipping. Okay, if you want to keep your stop loss there, it's up to you. I mean, it's possible. You could still be flipping. Continuation here. Okay, Tether could still be holding up here. Just so you know, you could still be coming down here. But yeah, it's just an example for the stream. But again, man, nice, amazing, amazing. Okay. Risk management, especially around the SEC. Let's do 2 more charts here, okay? And then I think that's a good foundation for today here. Then we're gonna do a closure with Bitcoin and everything that's happening. Let's see what's happening with the SEC, and of course, obviously also the ETFs and this decision making and all that stuff here. We're gonna talk about it in a second here. Okay, Grape says we greatly appreciate if you're checking out FI. FI. Is that correct? You're talking about Phil, right? If I'm correct. I just want to make sure. Because last time I was talking about it for too long. It was the wrong thing. Okay. Okay, Fidium. Okay. Okay. It's brand new. Hard to say. Low to high. Yeah. Stop loss, this one. Yeah, too less information. The only thing that I would say is now this one, okay? So for example, in 1 day and 7 hours, you have this 3 daily closure above here. If you manage to stay above the 1640, then you could turn this into support and look for continuation. So you flip the candle bearish and you flip bullish. So you come down and you come up. That's it. So yeah, just you come up, you come down, and you come up here. But it's too young. There's too less information about this one. So it's hard to say. But again, closures matter tremendously right now, especially on a new chart. Closures matter significantly. Okay. So do take that into consideration. There's just not much information about it, Grapes. But so far it's looking good. But wait for that 3 daily candle above the body of this, which is 1629. If it stays above it, that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Okay. Hope that makes sense here. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see what's popping. Okay, let's see one more. Is our old friend AVEX still worth trading? Yeah, well, AVEX is our favorite. We have been taking a lot of AVEX trades for some reason. So let's do AVEX to finish it off here. Make sure you subscribe for the next stream on a Monday. I'm already too excited. I can't wait to be back. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. AVEX weekly. Obviously, we know we came down from that layer of that layer of resistance right there. It's on the daily. You will see on the daily. That was a key level to look at. Rejection, lower low. It's not looking strong. That is not looking strong. Lower low, lower high, lower low. So high, low, lower high, lower low. Key level is right here. 35.2. 35.022. Sorry. 35.022. If on the 15 minutes you see some sort of reaction bullish, then you want to see at least this high getting taken out. But the tether dominance is still holding up very strong. So I highly doubt it. If you come up here and you get rejected at the 35.7, you might be continuing down here. And key level is at 35, so it makes a lot of sense. So if you look on the higher time frame, which is this low. Okay, this low had a massive expansion, so you're around retracing. You're not looking strong whatsoever though. So yeah, let's see how what happens here. I mean, that's all I can say for now. Let's see what happens around that particular level. Okay, I think that's it for today here, guys. All right, let's just wait one more time. We have a bunch of setups that we're looking for. TRB, AMP is already coming down. Okay, so that one's probably invalidated here. SUI, Solana, never came up. Is invalidated already. LDO, same thing, but we could still push up and still get neglected here due to the fact that this is a clean range. That could be an interesting one still. Okay, for the rest, okay, last one, Ripple. Let's do that real quick. XRP, sorry. Love and light says you rock. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Weekly. Rejection. Yeah, massive parallel channel here. That's just simply what it is. Breakdown. You're in that channel on the weekly right here. You're trying to hold on. Every single time you break that low, you come back. You have the channel right there that you're building. It's number one. Nothing too crazy here. This is a high. This is a low, lower high breakdown. Continuation potentially to the 47 cents. Yeah, not looking that strong. Especially not if you've seen the daily closure below the 56 cents. All right, if you close a daily candle below the 56 cents, most likely we're going to see the continuation of it to at least the 50, which is already like a 10% loss. So it's not looking strong whatsoever. That's it for now. Okay, daily level, major level to look at. You're at crucial support right now on the daily time frame. All right, so if you magically hold here, then higher high, higher low, higher high, then the higher high, the next higher low is your entry to the upside. Right, then you have that breakout play here as well, and you can benefit from the structure to be broken, higher high, higher low, and then a double confirmation entry to the upside, targeting the 59 cents. But I doubt that will happen for now. Okay, I appreciate you guys so much here for everything. We're gonna do this over and over again. Okay, so one more time, join our beautiful, fantastic Discord. We have an amazing community already. It's an absolute no-brainer to join our winning team. The free signals that we give here, the course that I've created for you to get into our VIP. You know how to join here. If not, join our Discord by clicking on the link number 1. The updates are always going to be in our Discord in the YouTube setups section. Okay, that's where it's going to be. And you know, you just want to be here. That's all I can say for now. You will fall in love with our community regardless. And yeah, we're growing in a very rapid pace. I can tell you that already. So appreciate you all. I'm going to see you one more time tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday. We're going to be back on a Monday. Unless something crazy happens. We might do an emergency meeting here. But that's it for now. Okay, keep it up. You are doing great. Loving it so far. I'm going to see you next time. And let's crush the markets as always. We're ahead of the curve. Okay, we are truly ahead. And we're going to be ahead once this shit blows up. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll see you soon in Discord. Bye-bye.